Hey guys, it's Finn, and as most of you already know, Black Ops 3 has a new melee system. You see, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 will be taking a step away from panic knifing, and in case you guys don't already know, panic knifing is this phenomenon in Call of Duty games where you, for example, collide with an enemy player while you both run around the corner at the same time from opposite directions. Whoever presses melee button first wins that collision, because melees used to be insta-kill in Call of Duty games, and it wasn't always fair because there are many factors why one should win the other in that collision. It wasn't always about reaction speed or skill, I mean there's connection, who's the host, etc. So it wasn't always fair, so panic knifing was kind of frowned upon by Call of Duty community. And you used to have this default combat knife which killed your enemy instantly, so panic knifing was a trouble in previous Call of Duty games. In Black Ops 3 that's not the case anymore, because from now on melees are 2-hit kills except when attacked from behind. So you basically hit an enemy player with the butt of your gun and you damage and disorient him, but you won't kill him yet. I mean, he only gets damaged and disoriented, but he's still alive. So you have to hit him once more to kill him or shoot him a bit after that. So just because you run around a corner and meet an enemy right there and he happens to hit you first, you're not dead yet, so you still have some chance. However, as you can see in this video, you can still carry a combat knife in Black Ops 3 that's insta-kill, but it's no longer on you by default, so it's an equipable secondary weapon this time. And it takes a glass slot, and you cannot have a handgun or a rocket launcher if you decide to carry a combat knife in your class, because it's a secondary weapon. It takes a glass slot and you cannot have anything else on you as your secondary weapon. And it also has to be equipped if you want to swing it, so you can't just, run around with your assault rifle or SMG, and if you meet some guy just hit melee button and you would draw your combat knife. No. You actually have to equip it and then hit the guy. And combat knife is not to be confused with ballistic knife. If you guys remember, ballistic knife from previous Call of Duty was the secondary weapon, which was basically kinda like combat knife. I mean, you would run around holding your knives in your hand and it would have a faster melee than your normal melee would be. But on top of all that, you could actually fire blades with ballistic knife that would travel a short distance, kill an enemy player insta-kill. But combat knife doesn't work that way. You cannot fire blades with this, it has no attachment, it's just a melee weapon. It's the regular knife from previous Call of Duties, except that it's not a default weapon this time. And in this video I tried it out, and as you can see, your combat knife can be effective when used correctly, but it's definitely not an ideal secondary weapon to use. I mean, I definitely wouldn't use this instead of a handgun or a rocket launcher. I mean, although it's like the most powerful weapon in game, the range on this thing isn't that good, so there won't be any commando knifing either. I mean, you have to be right next to the enemy to kill him. I mean, maybe this thing would be good for silent kills. I mean, let's say you travel around with your assault rifle and instead of taking out your enemy with your unsilenced weapon, you'd rather take out your combat knife and kill him silently, so you would give your position away. I don't know, I'm just thinking of something. But it's definitely not the most ideal secondary weapon to use in Black Ops 3. However, I must admit that combat knife is still a lot of fun to use. First of all, it looks really cool. As you can see, I have my both hands out like this, so this guy looks really bloodthirsty when I have the combat knife equipped. I mean, he looks like he's ready to skin his enemies having both his hands out like that. And second of all, knife-only games are a lot of fun. It's fun to switch up from try-hard assault rifle or SMG shooting games every now and then. I mean, they get boring eventually. And then I can just take my combat knife and combat axes and go balls out playing some blade-only games. I mean, it's super fun. So although Black Ops 3 has stepped away from panic knifing, which is a good thing, I like that they still left the option for us to take knife as a secondary weapon and still play old school knife only games we used to play in previous Call of Duties. Because if insta-kill knives had been removed altogether from Black Ops 3, I would have been really sad. Because knife only games are fun. Luckily that's not the case. That's just one more reason why I'm increasingly digging this game. I thank you guys for watching and I will see you guys later.